it's going to be concave. So we go into a next step, create a concave guideline. Write that down for me.
So that'll be step 2.
Yeah. And the reason for that, concave means like inverted U, okay? This haircut's going to be shorter at the back and longer at the front, okay?
How do you spell that?
C-O-N-C-A-V-E.
Oh.
So the fact that it's rounded gives it a lovely shape from back to front. It's going to follow through. It will make sense afterwards, okay?
So create concave.
Okay.
Look.
Guideline. So client's head's down. I'm going in. I'm locating the hairline. We'd never cut above the hairline, okay? I'm using my finger to apply tension, and I'm doing my first cut in at the neck like that. Now from that line, I'm now going to angle downwards, hence the name concave. See that? Again, going back to the middle, angling downwards.
It's kind of like a, what's the thing where we do freehand?
Yeah, it's kind of freehand, but kind of not, because I'm creating tension, aren't I? Little cross check. Yeah, always check for balance before you carry on. That's now going to be my guideline for the whole of the back. If she lifts her head up, it just looks nicer, doesn't it? Rather than it being straight across. Put it forward for me. Again, I'm using the small teeth of the comb for extra tension. Combing down, and I can see my guide. Can you see my guide? Yeah? Yeah? So again, combing from the root, repeating that sequence. I would say after every section, please repeat this. Yeah, you really want to get into a good routine and you want to be methodical. Who knows what methodical means again? We said it the other day.
Perfect.
Should be perfect. No, methodical means working with routine. Every section's the same, everything's repeated, like a robot. Katie, can I use your scissors, please, honey?
Yep. These are.
Always making sure that you're palming your scissors every time that you're not cutting. Why should we palm our scissors, Umi?
Palm scissors.
Yeah.
Oh.
My thumb's out, isn't it, at the moment? So why is that?
You slice them and
For health and safety, we'll go through that another time anyway. Okay, again, so I'm following my guide. So your next step is work this way, horizontally, up the head to the crown. Because at the top of that hot cross bun section will be the crown. So follow this pattern, working horizontally up towards the crown. Always Always using your mirror as well. Your mirror's part of it. Check your client straight. I'm now going to stand up.
This is still step 3, right?
Yeah. So now I'm on my last section and I'm actually up to the crown, okay? Lovely. Okay, now I'm going to come to the side of the head. So your next step is coming to the side of the client. Starting from the bottom of the section, we're going to work horizontally up the side of the head. Okay, so I'm going to tilt the client's head. So tilt the client's head, taking a section from our back concave section, we're going to produce a continuation of that line. So you see how that concave is angled down? We're going to continue that, okay? Yeah, so start taking a small section from the concave section at the back. From the concave section at the back. We're going to continue the angle.
Okay.
Almost following the jawline, okay? So we're angling forward.
What comes after taking the section from the concave section at the back?
Continue the line, continue the angle, yeah? And I'm working this way horizontally all the way up the head. Come around this side, girls, if you need to see.
So you're angling down?
I'm angling downwards, yes. Making sure you're really combing from the root, getting out any gather. Making sure your client's still tilted nicely. And again, this is only the exterior of the haircut. That's all we're doing, is the outside shape. Now that top section, there's nothing to take off because she's got previous layers, so we will leave that. We're going to come to the other side now, working in the same way. So come to the other side of the head. Girls, you should still be doing your step-by-steps.
What step's this? 5.
Whichever one you're on, you may have written more. So again, taking the section from the back. Ooh. So So we're teaching you to cut in straight lines, but for this haircut, it's all about angling, isn't it? Right, before I carry on with that side, I'm going to come to the back of the head and I'm now going to create and check for balance. Like so. Because if anything else needs to come off, this is my last opportunity to rectify now, isn't it, before I do the whole haircut. And this is a feeling. We can close our eyes and think about our holidays. It's not a visual check, it's a feeling, and that feels absolutely fine. Just going to take off that very tip, see? Which is there. Lovely. So I'm going to carry on that way, all the way up this side of the head now. So horizontally, all the way to the top of the head. Head to the side for me. Again, there's my guide. Can we see my guide? We're just cutting directly on top of that. Again, there's not much to come off because she's got a previous haircut in there. See my guide? Can you see that, girls?
Yeah.
Make sure your head's tilted still. See my guide?
You can't put layers in this hair.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, you can?
Yep, so this is the external shape done. We're now going to go internally now, okay? So what we're going to do is go back to the beginning.
You could leave it like that though, if that's what the client wants.
Yeah, client might want it one length, that's fine. That's actually a lovely bob. It's rather than a standard bob, it's going to have a bit of shape to it, isn't it? So now I'm going back to the beginning, taking my first section, okay? What angle's this again?
45.
Lovely. So, me, want to come and see? So ultimately, she has got a little cow's lick there as well, so a fringe would be great for her to weigh that down. We want an angle when we do a side fringe. So I'm going to pull the hair down and I'm going to lock my blades and I'm going to slice.
How do you lock the blades?
Just don't cut, just put tension like that, okay? Again, if you want to go a little bit shorter, come back in.
So this depends if she has a side fringe.
No, we've just cut her one in, haven't we, today? Lovely. And then I'm not going to touch that until we've dried her hair. So I'm just going to leave that sit there on its own and we're going to start the drying process. As soon as you notice that it's losing its shape, come back and see me. onto a round brush now for the front sections. Blow drying in the direction that we want the fall. What I'm going to do now, because I club cut that, I'm going to get the client to tilt their head forward, and I'm going to use the wide teeth of the comb.
She's a gown.
She does. I'm going to use the wide teeth of the comb, and I'm going to come up the hair, and I'm cutting like this into the hair. We're not removing any length, but we're shattering that club cut effect. Yeah. So I'm straight cutting vertically into the haircut. Again, not removing any length at all, but creating texture. What does texture mean? It was up on the board yesterday. You can tell me what it means.
Different.
Yeah, the feel of the hair, yeah?
Coarse, medium, or fine.
Yeah.
You already know that. Shut up.
Shape.
Also, it's the way the hair feels, isn't it? Ultimately. So I'm picking segments up and I'm cutting into the hair. Again, this is level 3. And this is where you're putting your signature on a haircut. Anyone can do a short graduation, but the way that you finish the haircut makes it a Katie cut or an Umi cut.
What's that? Your cut.
Your cut. And it's the most rewarding part of the service, because now you're visually cutting the hair. You may make changes, you may go a little bit shorter, you might add shorter layers, but the fact is it's now all down to visual, yeah? How you see the finished look. It's a surprise. In that club cut concave parting that we put in originally. Okay, and I'm going to finish with a pomade. Smell that? Who's used this one before? Excellent for shine and texture. It's really beautiful. Not too much because my client's got fine hair, so I don't want to overload it, do I? I'm going to run my fingers all the way through. I'm going to mess it up. Sorry, Raminda.
Does it make it wet though?
No, not at all. As long as you've not got too much on your hands. We're covering the whole hair. Then we're going to very gradually get this back into position. And because it's been blow dried, it will come back.
It gives some volume.
It does, volume. And I didn't use anything for volume, did I? I didn't use a round brush throughout. I used a flat brush. So if anything, I flattened it. Put in a little bit of back comb. Using a flat brush. What's your parents going to say? Don't give them my name. Not if they like it. So nice and soft, and the back is the focal point, isn't it, of all that texture going on.